Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो भारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complaint level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. What we have to learn from Bhagavad Gita? This is the topic I am told to speak. What is this sound? Okay. Maybe it is the electronic onkar. Highly spiritual. See, Bhagavad Gita is studied in two ways. One is academics. And second is, we have to apply every principle of Bhagavad Gita in our life. Majority of us are studying it academically. About this one example I'll tell you. This happened here only in US few years before. In somebody's house I went for lunch. That is one of my professional hazards. So I went there. And then there were about 20-25 people. So the host told, Swamiji, he is Mr. So-and-so. He has come from India. For last 6 months he is with us. And he is teaching us Bhagavad Gita. I said, very good. Let me also hear something. I can learn something. He said, no, please talk on second chapter of Gita. Ordered. I said, okay, sir. And I finished second chapter of Gita in 1 hour. Thereafter, question answers. I said, I don't have question answers. No, you have to answer at least one question. Because he was a guest, elderly person, you have to submit. I said, okay. You know what was the question? How many verses are attributed to Dhritarashtra, Sanjay, Arjun and Bhagwan Sri Krishna? See? Is this what we have to study Bhagavad Gita for? Academics. I said, I don't know. No, you don't want to tell. I said, okay, listen. But thereafter don't argue. Yes. I said, only one verse for Dhritarashtra. Only one verse. And then, there are no verses attributed to Bhagwan Sri Krishna. When I said like this, he nearly jumped out of his skin. What? I said, yes. Not a single verse attributed to Bhagwan Sri Krishna. How can you say like that? I said, show me your Bhagavad Gita. He showed the standard Gita press. I said, show me where it is written, Bhagwan Sri Krishna Uvacha, show me anywhere. It is said, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Bhagwan can be Rama, Bhagwan can be Shivji. See? There was one Hindi cinema actor, his name was Bhagwan. See? So which Bhagwan spoke? And then in the 4th chapter, Bhagwan Sri Krishna said, this yoga, karma yoga, in the 3rd chapter, hey Arjun, I have given this yoga right in the beginning to Lord Sun. And then it was transmitted step by step. Imam Vivasvate Yogam. Now this one yoga was given to Manu given to Ikshvaku. And Sakale Neha Mahata Yogo Nashta Parantapa. And as the time passed, this yoga was weakened and it disappeared. This is what Bhagavan said in the beginning of the 4th chapter. And then Arjuna asked a question. How can I accept it, Bhagavan? How can I accept it, sir? Why? You are born just 3 years elder than me. And the sun is there for millions of years. How can I accept that you have told it to Lord Sun? His question was right. That time Bhagavan Krishna says, Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacharjuna tanyaham veda sarvani natvam vetta parantapa. Arjun, you don't know anything. I know everything. Why? Because, again he says, next step, see, Ajopi san navyatma bhutanam ishvaropi san prakritim samadhisthaya sambhavami atmamayaya yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanava dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyam. So that time, Bhagavan Krishna was not the one Devaki Putra or Yashoda Nandana or the Gopika Pranavallabha. No. Ajopi, unborn yet. See, I manifest. So Arjuna, staying with Bhagavan Krishna, took him as a person, as a man. See, today I was somewhere and I was talking, one very good thought came. They asked me, Swamiji, did you go to Himalayas? And I said, I have gone, but I don't like Himalaya. Why? I said, I don't like mountains. Normally people say we should go to Himalayas. I say, you go, I don't like it. What is the reason? Reason is, when you see the mountain, it has got a shape, a form. Then you look at that big form and you think you are so insignificant before that big, huge mountain. I don't like that. Then I like to go on the beach and infinite expanse of the sky. You merge in that. See? So when we are studying Bhagavad Gita, is it for academics or for merging in the absolute? How important it is. And therefore, what we have to learn from Bhagavad Gita, this topic comes in 3 places in Bhagavad Gita. 2nd chapter, 12th chapter and 14th chapter. 3 places. In the 2nd chapter, Bhagavan Krishna tells in reply to Arjuna, hey Arjun, what is required in life is steadiness of wisdom. See? Arjuna himself asks, Stita prajnasya ka bhasha samadhistasya keshava stitadhi kim prabhasheta kimasita vrajeta kim. What is the meaning of meditation for a man of steady wisdom? How does he respond in this world? How does he faces the world when it comes to it? And how does he move in this world? Now this topic is meant for the seekers of truth. So first Bhagavan explains, what is the meaning of spiritual practice? See? Normally what we understand, take the mala in the hand, get up early in the morning, take bath, and then Ram, 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 Ram. Or go to the temple, give some charity. This is what normally we understand by spiritual practice. This is KG1, KG2, KG3. That is required. But that is not all. Then what is all? Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan atmannevatmana tushtaha tita prajna sadochyate. So what we have to learn? Yada sarvan manogatan kaman prajahati. When we start living at zero desire level, no expectation from anything about anybody or from anybody about anything. See, in Pittsburgh, one person asked me this question. Swamiji, you go to so many places, there may be some problems about food, about the bed, or something like that. How can you manage? I said, I got a very simple rule in my life. The rule is, I have no authority on anybody in this world. Like I am staying with Kapoorji. Now, what right I have got on him? No right. The day we write off all our rights, we have started on the spiritual path. Write off your rights right away before they perform our rights right now. Put the right spelling. See? No rights on anybody. Then only we are rising above the desire level. See? Once I was in Shirdi Sai Baba temple in Shirdi. So when I went there, I did namaskar, all that, and came out in hardly 10 seconds or 5 seconds. So the same thing. Swamiji, you get such a chance to stand there, they don't push you. And you just came out in 2-3 minutes. And when we go there, they push us, go quickly, fast, like that. Why? I said, look here, longer the desire list, longer is the namaskar. Do you mean you don't have desire? I said, I do have. But my desire is only one. And that desire is fulfilled. Really? What is that? I said, wo andar ki baat hai. No, please tell. I said, I'll tell you if you ask the same thing. He said, yes, I'll ask the same thing. I said, I ask only one thing. Oh Lord, let there be no hatred, bitterness for anybody, anytime, even in the dream, even for fun. Even once. See, friends, mind is completely free. See? When we live with this attitude, then we have understood the spiritual practice as told by Bhagavan Krishna, Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogata. As a result, what will happen? Does it mean he goes into depression? See, nobody wants me in this world. Marna hi acha hai, lekin maut bhi nahi. No. Atmannevatmana tushtaha. We are at peace with ourselves. Now here also we have to understand very clearly. All these points I am telling you because they are very essential for us to practice in life. Bhagavad Gita you are 100 times heard. How to apply it in our life. It was one Shivratri. After that we drove to Prayagraj. We had a nice bath. And when we were coming, it started raining and I was very hungry because Shivratri they didn't give me food. So I had no choice. When we were coming, it was raining. And then we saw a big hotel nicely and we stopped there and we were climbing the steps. So I took my khadavi in my hand. So one person came with the umbrella and slowly led me to the inside the hotel. We sat. I said, hey, thank you very much, whosoever you may be. You be my guest for lunch today. He said, Swamiji, this is my hotel. I said, okay, then I am your guest. And then he says, Swamiji, I have been watching you on YouTube for years. I am so happy that you have come to my hotel. And then he said, I follow your principle. Mauj mein raho, I am always happy. I don't know why I said like this. I said, you are all the time happy. But all your people at home, your wife, your children, are they happy? Immediately everything changed. Swamiji, why did you ask this question? I said, I talk without cause and effect. It has come, I have spoken. Then the Mahabharata started coming out. See, friends, if we are happy at the cost of others, do you call it happiness? If we are really happy, everybody around us will be happy. How subtle this point is. But we are only concerned about ourselves. I don't do so. No, 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 no. We have to respect everyone around us. Then only it is real Bhagavad Gita practicing in our life. See, Atmannevatmana tushtaha. We are at peace with ourselves. And friends, a person who is at peace with himself or herself is extremely subtle and is able to recognize, is our life or behavior hurting others? Or we are so much lost in ourselves that we don't care for others? No. Atmannevatmana tushta. Then only prajna means wisdom. Then only our wisdom is steady. This is what we have to practice. Bhagavad Gita. Then, how this man of steady wisdom, how does he face the world? Friends, the world comes to us only in two ways. One is miseries and second is comforts. Two things. We talk about karma, karma, karma. Karma phala. The result of karma is only two. There is no third. Prosperity, success in life is not karma phala. That is your effort. That is your purushartha. See? Daiva daiva alasi pukara. Don't go into that wrong understanding of karma. Karma phala is only two. One is joy and second is sorrows. There is no third. See? So, when the miseries come in our life, for a man of steady wisdom, what is his approach? Dukkeshu anudvignamanaha. See, miseries may come, but the choice is given to us. Do you want to be miserable or no? These days, things have changed a lot throughout the world. Around 9/11, before that, when we used to come, they used to give a long form, immigration form, and so many questions in that. And replies are only yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Now there is nothing like that. Now they don't even stamp on the passport. So, when we were entering this world, we got an immigration form from God, and it was written there, welcome to this world. Like, I always remember this thing. In Virginia, when I get there, it is written in different scripts, Chinese, English, and our Devanagari script also, it is written there. Words are English only, but written in a different script. Welcome to Virginia. This is what is written. But what is written there actually is welcome to Virginia. Welcome to Virginia? Then I started thinking over it. How it has become welcome to Virginia? Then I realized this person who has given the translation or wording must be either a Bengali or a Nepali. Because Bengalis cannot say Varji, we. See? That is why Bengalis are never worried. See? Don't be worried. Okay, I'll keep out. So when we are entering this world, Bhagavan says, Anityam Asukham lokam prapya, you are entering the miserable world of constant changes. A question is given. Do you want to be miserable? Options are given. Yes, no. Choose. Dukkeshu anudvignamana. When miseries come, it can be attributed to someone else. If I am a husband, cause of my misery is wife. Very correct. If I am a father, cause of my misery is my children. Right. But we are miserable by our choice. Now, when we are chosen to be miserable, what the Lord will do? Tathastu. And all the miseries will be sent to us. See, friends, this is what is expected from us if we have studied Bhagavad Gita. See, one example I'll tell you, another one. One girl, she came to me. Her mother comes regularly for the classes. And she must be about 20, 22, like that, IT professional. She says, Swamiji, I have come to you, not for complaint, but what should I do? I want your advice. What is the advice? You know, my mummy comes for all your lectures. Yes. After she comes home, she starts telling us so many things we are not interested, but she bombards on us. What should I do? I said, run away. Friends, whenever food is digested, it doesn't come out the wrong way. See? Whatever may be the food. Suppose you are taken South Indian idli dosa or the rasam or chutney. That one person vomited. The other person has taken rasgulla, jalebi, shondesh. He also vomited. Will we say, oh, that is a better vomit than this vomit? Vomit is a vomit. In the same manner, whether we talk the worldly things or whether we talk Gita, quoting here and there, without digesting Bhagavad Gita, when it comes out, it is like a vomit. And if we have really digested Gita, it will not come out of us. It will be expressed in our day-to-day activities. In every expression, it will happen. Therefore, miseries will come in our life. But the question is, are we becoming miserable? Dukkeshu anudignamanaha. This is how the wise man interacts with the world. And then, sukheshu vigata spruha. And when there are comforts, we get extremely attached to that. Vigata spruha, he who is not attached to the comforts and he who is not becoming miserable because of the miseries, he has a steady wisdom. This is what we have to learn. See? Slowly, slowly, we become more and more introvert. And there Bhagavan gives a very beautiful step by step how we fall in life. See? There are 8 steps. See? When we look at something, then we start interacting in mind, then we start liking that, then we have a strong desire for that. And if the desire is not fulfilled, we become angry. If the desire is fulfilled, we become more greedy. And as a result, we forget for what we have come. And thereafter, our buddhi or wisdom is gone. A person without wisdom is already destroyed. See, friend. Therefore, our Mahamantra we told you, Dekho, suno, mat bolo. So important it is. We have no business to comment on anything or anybody on any issue. No business. Today somebody asked me, Swamiji, you know, in America they are doing this thing, they are doing that thing. Are you talking on that subject? I said, look here. I am here for my satsang. I don't want to cross my border. I must know what is my area of operation and remain within that. We get involved in so many things. This world has always been like this. There is nothing new in this world. And when we thus take life, here again Bhagavan gives a technique. How should we take life? The technique is very simple. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyoupajayate prasanna chetaso yashu buddhi paryavatishtate. See? Prasad buddhi means what? When we go to the temple and the temple was just to close. This happened with me in Dwarka, Bet Dwarka. We reached there and we got down from the auto rickshaw and the watchman saw me. He said, Maharaj, run quickly. The temple is going to close for next 4 hours. So I left everything there with him and ran to the temple, and the arti was just over and he was showing the arti and gave prasad. That time I felt, how nice it is. My running is fulfilled. So when we get prasad, what is our interaction attitude towards the prasad? Do we compare with others? उसको ज़्यादा दिया, हमको कम दिया. No. Do we reject? No. Do we want to improve? Yesterday they gave sweets. So should we say, थोड़ा अचार है क्या इसके साथ? No. So what is prasad buddhi? When it comes to us, we receive it cheerfully, happily, and not only that, we feel blessed. This is prasad buddhi. Now apply the same principle in life. Whatever comes in our life, take it as prasad. No rejection, no comparison, no complaints. Prasade. Sarva dukkhanam hani upajayate. All your miseries will be over. See, friends, if you ask me, if I have to plan my life, I tell you, I'll be an utter failure. When my Kanhaiya has planned my life, it is unparalleled. I don't trust myself. Can this happen? See? Let us give him some chance. You must have seen in your houses, when the kids are not busy, they create problem for us, is it not? So they have to be kept busy. In the same manner, keep him busy. How to keep him busy? जो थारी रहा है सो मारी रहा है. Oh Bhagwan, thy will be done, thy will be done. When you take this approach in life, you will see prasade sarva dukkha, because you have accepted it. And what is the dukkha, misery? Misery is whatever we have, we are not pleased with that. And as a result, what happens? Prasanna chetas. You are always in a cheerful mood. That is what we say, be happy, mauj mein raho. If somebody does a mistake and asks you, I have done that mistake once in Delhi. Went to somebody's house, a Punjabi and a Kashmiri cross that house. So I went to that old lady. And it was my fault, of course. I went and said, Amma, how are you? And Swamiji, तुसी आगे होने से बैठो. No, I had to sit. She is elderly, 98, not out. So she said, started, Swamiji, this morning when I got out of the bed, there was such a twist in my ankle. And so pathetic started telling her miseries. No, I can't run away. So her grandson called me. I said, Mama, wait a minute, I'm coming. He says, Swamiji, how can you listen to Dadima? She keeps on talking all the same thing again and again. I say, then what do I do? Plug her mouth or what? No, do what we do. I say, what you do? We start showing her fingers. Dadima, you told 3 times. Then she keeps quiet. I say, very good. Then I went again. हाँ स्वामी जी मैं भूल गई कहाँ से शुरू किया था. Never mind, I again start. Is it a Ramayana or what? Again start. And when she started, then I showed her both the fingers. I said, you have told me 20 times. Enough. Accept everything as prasad. And if prasad is there, we live at zero complaint level, our Mahamantra. No complaints. See, friends. Prasade sarva dukkhanam havirasya upai prasanna chetaso yashu. And he who is cheerful and happy, he alone thinks of God. A miserable person thinks of miseries. Imagine, for the sake of understanding, if you have got a root canal, and with that root canal, you are sitting for meditation. What will be that meditation? Sentidental meditation. Your all attention will be to that. And if you are living at zero complaint level, then your attention will be at the Lord. So, a real devotee of the Lord is the one who lives at zero complaint level, no complaint about anything. See, friends, when this is consciously practiced, then two things happen. Number one, नास्ति बुद्धि अयुक्तस्य न चा युक्तस्य भावना न चा भावयत शांति अशांतस्य कुतः सुखम. अयुक्तस्य बुद्धि नास्ति. He who is not well disciplined in his process of thinking. See, friends, we all are grown-ups. None of our parents have ever taught us how to think. We have never taught our children how to think. Our schools and colleges never taught us how to think. Our condition is, because there are thoughts in the mind, therefore I am a thinker. No. See, what is the difference between the forest and a garden? Both the places, there are trees, plants. But we are afraid to go in the forest. But we go happily in the garden. The difference is, in the forest, it is wild growth of the vegetation. And in case of the garden, every plant is selected, planted, pruned, distances are proper and beautifully pruned and nice to look at. Now go back to yourself. Whether our mind is a forest or it is a garden. What will be the forest mind? Thoughts are erupting wild. Because we have never taken care of how many thoughts we are constantly throwing out continuously. Friends. And how the thoughts come? See, the thoughts come when mind is agitated. And the mind agitates because the mind is not disciplined. And for the discipline of the mind, understanding must be important, must be clear. See. Now this we are done yesterday, today again I am telling you in a different way. When the mind comes out of the eyes, mind is called as the vision. When the same mind comes out of the ears, it is called as hearing ability. The same mind, when it comes out of the speech, it is called as the organ of speech, jivva. Be attentive. When you are sitting all by yourself, we keep on talking to ourselves. Cock, 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 cock. Now try this. When you are sitting by yourself, do not talk to yourself. Meaning, let the mind remain as a mind. Let it not fall. This is what Bhagwan Krishna tells us. Keep the quality of your mind like this. And further, thoughts are not the problem. Don't go the Patanjali Yoga way. Chitta vritti nirodha, and you struggle. Don't do that. Only understand properly. That's it. Tita prajna. Wisdom should be steady. See? Thoughts are not problem. Where will the thoughts come? Seeing by our eyes, is it a problem? If we cannot see, then it is a problem. We go to the ENT and tell him, Dr. Saab, I can see or I can hear properly. It's not a problem. In the same manner, if there are thoughts in the mind, how it can be a problem? Where will the thoughts come? Will they come in the nose or what? You can blow them out? They will come in the mind. Then what is the problem? Be very attentive. See, friends, thoughts are not problem. Problem is when thoughts create a current of thoughts. This is very subtle topic, be attentive. We take bath in Ganges. I have taken so many times. Never any problem. But if the Ganges are in floods and if the flow is very powerful, then the waters don't carry us. It is the flow of water that carries. Exactly the same way. Thoughts are not problem. The flow of thought carries us. Now, how a flow of thought is formed? See, when the theme is finite, that finite theme starts breeding thoughts. From one thought, the second thought comes. From second thought, the third thought comes. From the third thought, the fourth thought comes. And in that thought breeding, a current is formed. And we get carried away by the current. There was a man, very hot summer, month of June, sitting outside near the road with so many earthen pots to sell. It was so hot, had his umbrella, and he just wanted, if all the pots are sold, it will be so nice. I will get so much of money. Then I don't have to come and sit over here. Then I will have a nice car, blah, blah, blah. And in that, he dozed off because of the heat. And the thoughts continued. I got so many pots. Per pot I get 10 rupees. If I get so much, I'll get so much. And then who will come and sit here and turn? The whole thing came down. Why? A thought flow was formed. Therefore, what Gita tells us, do not allow a thought flow to be formed. Now, how thought flow is formed? Now, I go and stay in various places. Amma's house, I have no problem. When I go to some places, I do not know where is the kettle to heat the water because I take tea in the morning sometime. Then where is the, some cookies. So I take along with that. So in the morning when I get up, oh God, why these people are not keeping it properly? They know, mind is disturbed. Because one thought is breeding other thought. Where is kettle? Why did you not keep it properly? Anyway, I found, but there are no tea leaves. Without tea leaves, I can make it. Okay, I got it. Oh, but where is the cup? Cup is not seen anywhere. One after another thought. Arrest this thought formation. How? Make the theme of thoughts infinite. What is the infinite theme? Take the Lord's name. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Complete. No next thought is necessary. But earlier habit, some thought is likely to come. The moment you feel, oh, thought is likely to come, again fire. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. This is the yukti. Nasti buddhi ayuktasya. Unless we know this knack, our understanding of Bhagavad Gita and application of this Bhagavad Gita in our life will not be possible. Now come back to Arjun. What he was doing? Same thing. If this war happens, this will happen, that will happen, and my God, we are going to commit big sin. Thank God I remembered, I am not going to do. So he was carried away in his own thought process in such a way that he felt as if we have come to the end of the world. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita tells, if your wisdom has to be steady, do not allow a thought flow to be formed. Today I went somewhere. As usual, people ask the same question. Swami, where are you from? So I tell very respected way. See, once I was in Bhagwan Ram temple and I have taken a sankalpa. I will not talk about myself. But why? I said, anyway, I have done it and done it. Now I will not talk. See, friends, this is one of the highest spiritual practice. Don't talk about your past. See, we oldies don't understand. Nobody is interested in our past. Everybody is concerned about their own future. See? Why the youngsters don't like us is only because of this. Back home, in our temple, when we used to, the children, we used to go to Hanumanji temple. Who asked you? One of our Maha Mantra is there. Who asked you? See, my friends, Nasti buddhi ayuktasya. And then we are very easily available to comment on the youngsters. These days the children are so bad and so destroyed. I tell you, friends, if you and me have to be in their age, we will fail. How much is the information available to them? To handle that information is not a joke. Therefore, if our understanding of Bhagavad Gita has to be perfect and it can be applied in our life, first take care of mind. And therefore, na asti ayuktasya buddhi. If we are not able to manage our mind, our understanding will not be correct. It will be biased understanding. Nasti buddhi ayuktasya. Then what is said by Bhagavad Gita, that will not be understood, but only it will be used only to condemn others. See, friends, how important it is. In third chapter, Bhagavan Krishna told one thing. Yadyadacharati sreshtaha tattadeve taro janaha sayat pramanam kurute lokastadanuvartate. Whatever the elders demonstrate through their action, that is followed by the youngsters. So, to be a grown-up person and not to be responsible, and then we claim to be studying Bhagavad Gita, to whom are we cheating? You see in your own houses. Children play home, isn't it? Brother and sister, they become husband and wife. And there is no script writer. There is no stage. Yes, in the room itself, they go on imagining. Okay, now we start, Bhaiya. Okay, what should we play? We'll play Mummy, Papa, Mummy, Papa. Okay. And then the boy, he has become a husband. He comes and knocks the door. Where? In the space. Tuck, 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 tuck. Then the wife comes, his sister, and she opens the door. There is nothing. Because that is how every day they see in their house. And then the husband says, is there something to eat? That is what he sees every day his father asking. And the wife tells, the moment you enter house, eat my head. Who has written that dialogue? Then he says, if I eat your head, I will go hungry. It is empty. Every day's dialogue. See? And then, okay, wait a minute, I'll get for you. And then meanwhile, he takes out from his pocket a cigarette and nothing in his hand. Yad yad acharati sreshtaha. Whatever the elders are demonstrating, the same thing is followed by the youngsters. See, friends, how important it is. So yad pramanam kurute. And whatever he authenticates as right, the same thing is followed by the next generation. In California, in one small group we were sitting, and one person asked me this question. Swamiji, back home in India, we were so obedient to our parents and all these, and we are facing that challenge here. Our children don't listen to us. What is the reason? I said, yes, your question is very, very serious. I agree with you. See, we were lucky to have good parents, What do you mean? I said, if you are wise enough, understand. Hey, friends, what ideal we are presenting before others. Hey, friends, this is what Bhagavad Gita teaches us. Nasti buddhi ayuktasya. So unless we are well integrated, disciplined person, don't expect people will listen to us. See, friends, one child was taken by his mother to Bhagwan Ram Krishna Paramahamsa and told, Thakurji, please tell this child he is taking too much of sweets. You tell him he will stop. He said, okay, come next Sunday. Like this, 3-4 Sundays have gone. 5th Sunday, he told. And the child said, okay, I will not eat sweet now. And he went away. Now the mother, if you have to tell only this, why did you ask me to come 5 times? Then that great master said, before I could tell your child don't eat sweets, I must abstain myself from sweet eating at least for a week. Then only I have an authority to tell others. See, friend, this is Bhagavad Gita. Our life is indisciplined and we expect others should respect us because our words don't carry meaning. Suppose, just a gross example, if I take a paper and write on that paper stone and throw it to that Amma, so will she get hit by that paper ball? No. Then she will open, no. What? Oh, Swamiji wants a stone. She puts a stone in that and throws at me. When the word carries a meaning, it has an impact. When the words don't carry the meaning, it is a noise. Nasti buddhi ayuktasya. Unless we are self-disciplined, our understanding will not be right. See, Adhyatma is pertaining to ourselves. not the world. Don't worry about the world. World has always been like this. There is nothing new in this world. See? Therefore, spiritual practice, according to Bhagavad Gita, let our wisdom remain steady. And what are the signs of the wise man? Gatasu na gatasuscha nanu shochanti panditaha. Wise people are not miserable when somebody dies or when somebody doesn't die. Ignorant people are miserable for both the reasons. When somebody dies, they are miserable. When somebody doesn't die, ये तो मरते भी नहीं, उनको भी डिजीज. अरे राम राम. Refuse to be miserable, मौज में रहो, is the highest spiritual practice. So, nasti buddhi ayuktasya. Now the second option given by Bhagwan. Nacha yuktasya bhavana. See? Again, Bhagwan Ram Krishna Paramahamsa, he has done his sadhana bhavana pradhan. He followed Jesus, he followed Hanumanji, he followed Devi, and in every field he was established. Only this bhavana, be very attentive. Study of scriptures is meant for changing our vision. As is the vision, so is the interaction. As is the interaction, so is the experience. As is the experience, so is the quality of life. Are we not living only in bhavana? There was a child, a Gujarati child in Kerala. I was in their house. So while taking breakfast, I said, "Hey Gujju, what is your name?" "I am not a Gujju." "Oh, then who are you?" He said, "I am a Lohana Kachi." So I asked him, "Do you know how to tie down a Kachi?" Kachi means underwear. "No, mummy does it for me." "And what is the meaning of Lohana?" "I don't know." "Then who are you?" "Lohana Kachi." It's only bhavana, nothing else. So if we are doing this bhavana that I am miserable, I am frustrated, I am a Punjabi, I am a Gujarati, I am a Marathi, I am a Bengali, nothing but bhavana. See? So if we are only doing bhavana, I am body is only a bhavana. There is no authoritative statement which can prove that we are body. See? Right from childhood, it's only bhavana, I am this body. Which body you are? The baby body, or teenage body, or middle-aged body, or old body? We have changed already 4 bodies. Which of them you are? Is only bhavana. See? Now, on the basis of this bhavana, you can again walk the spiritual path. Do this bhavana. I am other than the body. Work on this. We have to do nothing. Only work on this. What it is like being other than the body. See? Rule is, no thought can be born without a reference. All thoughts need a reference. Like no plant can be born without the seed. If there is beautiful soil, if there is no seed, nothing will sprout. In the same manner, for every thought, at the root of every thought, there is the seed of Mr. Somebody. And the somebody is born after we accept ourselves to be body. So just play. What it is like being other than the body. Work on this. This is what we are learning, bhavana. What it is like. Then one day, by God's grace, it will click. Oh, body means what? Body means it has got a shape, a form, Okay, now let us play. What it is like being formless, shapeless. But is there anything in this world without form, without shape? Let's find out. Then we know, oh, space is without shape, without form. Okay, very good. Now let us play. What? Space, space. What it is like being space. Then again work on it. What is space? Space supports all the four elements, doesn't reject anything, never gets influenced by anything. Now that is our life. Are we not supporting good thoughts, bad thoughts? But we are not influenced by them. Are we not supporting waking, dream, deep sleep, samadhi? We are not influenced by them. Waking comes and goes, dream comes and goes, sleep comes and goes, samadhi begins and ends. We are the same. Do this bhavana. Then again continue contemplation on this line. What is space? Space doesn't have the beginning, it doesn't have middle, it doesn't have modification, it doesn't have end. Wow, got it. Is it not our experience? We have no beginning, no experience of birth, no experience of growth, no experience of death, and the most important, no experience of our absence. That eternal presence is our essential nature. नास्ति बुद्धि अयुक्तस्य न चायुक्तस्य भावना. या तो जानो या तो मानो. One of the two things. And if this is not done, then nacha yuktasya bhavana, nacha bhavayeta shantihi. And if we are not able to get out of this wrong notion about our being, we can never be at peace. Constantly a poultry farm is running inside. Cock, 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 cock. There is no end to it. Then ashantasya kutas sukham. The most miserable search is the search for happiness. Don't seek happiness, express happiness. How beautiful, the deep thought it is. Nasti buddhi ayuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana nacha bhavayata shanti ashantasya kutas sukham. So when we start working on ourselves, this is the first part of Bhagavad Gita. We have to work on ourselves, not on the world. Bhagwan has himself told, you don't worry about the world, okay? Have you created the world? No. Why you worry about the world? But then who will take care of the world? Bhagwan himself said, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. I will come myself. You don't worry about. Then what we should do? Uddhared atmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet. अपना भला करो. दुनिया की भलाई में अपना सत्यानाश. See friends. And you can imagine Arjuna was crying, frustrated and all that. And how Bhagwan Krishna delivered the lecture? Prasanniva Bharata. He did not do competition with Arjuna. Arjuna, what you are telling is very true. So many people will die. Okay, let us go to Haridwar. No. He was smiling because be attentive. all problems of the world are dissolved in one word. That one word is life is Rama Leela or Krishna Leela. In Leela, everything appears to be happening, but nothing is happening. Ours is a Satsanga Leela, as if you are listening. See, Maharaj, one person asked me this question, Swami, you keep on running around the world and people don't change. Don't you feel frustrated? So much efforts you are putting, running and running and giving talks and they don't change. I said, I am not mad. Then I said, do you know what is the prayer of the doctor? Sarve bhavantu roginaha. Then only they can survive. I said, our prayer is Sarve bhavantu dukkhina. Continue to be miserable. My market will be maintained. Friends, the God could not make me happy. Me, the miserable, will make others happy. Forget about it. See, friends, just take this life as the final gateway from this punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam. No more. Therefore, in this very life, we must empty ourselves so exhaustively that He will occupy. How important it is. We are inside, packed. The hands are busy, selfish activities. Speech is busy, self-glorification and condemning others. Mind is busy, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. Body is busy, carrying the pains everywhere. Pain here, pain there, pain everywhere. How God will come? Empty yourself. He will take possession. Therefore, real spiritual practice, according to Bhagavad Gita, is, like Bhagavan said in the 11th chapter, Arjuna, I have already killed them in anticipation. Maya hatastam. I already killed them. And nimitta matra bhava savyasachin. Arjun, you have to take the free credit for what I already decided. I have done it. Like we write application, thanking you in anticipation. In that war, killed in anticipation. Bhagavan knew that everything. See? In the same manner, all that is going to happen in our life is already done. Now, nimitta matra, be only an instrument in his hand. He will take care. What you have to do? Be relaxed. When we vacate, he takes possession. And God expresses through us only happiness, bliss, cheer, love, sacrifice. These are the positive expressions of God through us. Let us give him a chance. So what are two more things? What Bhagavad Gita tells us is the devotee, what a devotee is in the 12th chapter, and how do we live in this material world and yet transcend the impact of materialism. These are the two topics Bhagavad Gita talks for us to practice in life. Let us leave it for tomorrow's concluding session. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.